Maye Musk has come out in support of Usha Vance, who is the Second Lady of the United States, who has been facing racist attack because
Maye Musk has been a force in the fashion and modeling industry for decades, defying age and expectations as she carved out a name for herself with her elegance and striking looks. She showed the world that beauty doesn't fade with time. But there is more to Maye than meets the eye. Behind her success and poise, there is a story of resilience, challenges, and triumphs. But what did she have to say about the new Second Lady of the United States? Let's check it out. Maye Musk, the mother behind Elon, has captivated the world. But before we dive into her shocking words about usance, let's take a look at the experiences and milestones that have shaped these two extraordinary women. Maye, from her early life in South Africa to her thriving career in modeling and nutrition, and Usha, from her humble beginnings to her life as a Second Lady. Maye's journey is one of reinvention and tenacity. It's time to uncover what truly defines her and how she continues to build a legacy that inspires. Maye is a remarkable woman whose life story is deeply intertwined with the success of her son, Elon Musk. Yet, she has a legacy of her own. As a mother, Maye's influence on Elon's life and career has been undeniable, but her journey before and beyond being a mother is worth telling in its own right. Maye is not just the mother of one of the world's most well-known entrepreneurs, she is a successful and pioneering woman in her own right. A model, dietitian, and businesswoman with a long and varied career, Maye was born in 1948 in Canada and grew up in South Africa. Even from a young age, she was driven and ambitious, showing a remarkable sense of independence that she would carry throughout her life. Raised in a family that valued education, Maye was encouraged to pursue her interests and develop a deep understanding of the world around her. This thirst for knowledge led her to study dietetics at the University of the Orange Free State in South Africa, a field where she would eventually build a successful career. Maye's path to success was not linear. Like many women of her time, she faced challenges navigating a world that was often dismissive of female ambition. Yet, her determination was apparent from early on. Even while raising 3 children, she never took a back seat in her professional life. Instead, she carved out a place for herself as a working mother in fields where women were often in the minority. Hello, I'm Maye Musk. I'm a dietitian from New York City. I'm going to talk about breakfast, the most important meal of the day. In her early career, Maye was a dietitian working to promote healthy eating habits. She was well respected for her knowledge and expertise, earning a reputation as someone dedicated to the health and well-being of others. Her work in this field saw her consulting with clients on proper nutrition, teaching courses on the subject, and writing for various publications. Maye was not just focused on theoretical knowledge, she wanted to make an impact on people's lives, guiding them to make better food choices and improve their overall health. But Maye's career didn't stop there. She also ventured into the world of modeling, starting her career in her late 20s, an age at which many models might have already begun to phase out of the industry. However, Maye defied those expectations. Her beauty and poise opened doors for her in an industry that often favored youth, showing that success didn't have to have an expiration date. Maye became one of the most iconic faces of her generation, gracing magazine covers and walking runways well into her 60s. She has often been praised for challenging beauty standards and proving that age is just a number. Her success in modeling wasn't just about her looks, it was also about her intelligence and business acumen. Maye understood the power of branding and leveraged her growing recognition to build a personal brand that went far beyond the fashion industry. She appeared in campaigns for major companies and became known for her elegant, sophisticated style. She was, and continues to be, a role model for women everywhere, showing them that it's possible to juggle multiple careers and still thrive. What sets Maye apart from many others, however, is not just her success in modeling and dietetics but her ability to adapt and embrace new challenges. Over the years, she developed a career as a public speaker, sharing her story with others and inspiring them to pursue their passions no matter what obstacles they may face. The journey is a testament to the power of perseverance and determination, showing that it's possible to reinvent yourself at any stage in life. Through all of this, Maye has been a driving force for her children, particularly Elon. While her own career and ambitions were significant, she also played a crucial role in fostering her children's ambitions. Elon often speaks about how his mother's encouragement helped shape his mindset, pushing him to think big and aim for the impossible. As a mother, Maye didn't shy away from challenging her children to think critically and question the world around them. She nurtured their curiosity, encouraged them to pursue their passions, and showed them that they could achieve whatever they set their minds to. Maye has always been fiercely independent, a quality that has been reflected in her career and personal life. She was never content to just sit back and let life happen to her. Instead, she took control of her own destiny, carving out a space where she could thrive no matter what the world expected of her. This is one of the biggest reasons she revealed the secrets about Usha. But to understand where they come from, we have to know more about Usha and how Maye knows this. Usha Vance, the strong right hand of JD Vance, is a name that resonates in the political landscape, not just because of her status as the wife of the Vice President of the United States, JD Vance, but also due to her personal journey that has shaped her into a figure of strength, intelligence, and grace. Her rise from humble beginnings to becoming the strong right hand of her husband speaks volumes about her character, values, and unwavering commitment to her family and community. It wasn't until JD gained prominence as the author of the best-selling memoir Hillbilly Elegy, which reflected on his upbringing in the working-class town of Middletown, Ohio, that Usha's life began to intersect with his on a larger scale. JD had become a voice for rural America, a political outsider who could speak to the struggles of the forgotten working class. As his career evolved, so did Usha's role. They became a dynamic power couple, each bringing their unique strengths to the table. While JD's public persona focused on issues of policy and reform, Usha's role was more behind the scenes but equally significant. Known as JD's right hand, she was often the guiding force that helped him navigate the complex and often treacherous world of politics. Her presence was felt during every major decision, from campaign strategy to public appearances. Usha quickly proved herself to be an invaluable asset in JD's political career, providing counsel, support, and insight when it was most needed. One of Usha's greatest strengths is her ability to balance her role as a political partner with her commitment to her family. As a mother of two, she has always put her children first, even as her husband's political career soared. This balancing act wasn't easy, especially as JD's career took him from the world of academia and business to the political sphere, culminating in his election as vice president when Donald Trump won the presidency for the second time. Despite the demands of political life, Usha has always remained a grounding force for her family, ensuring that her children were raised with values of humility, hard work, and a strong sense of community. JD, who became the 47th Vice President of the United States under President Trump, often credits Usha with much of his success. Her calm demeanor, practical wisdom, and ability to make difficult decisions have been indispensable to him. Their partnership is one that is deeply rooted in mutual respect and shared values. While JD is known for his sometimes combative approach to politics, Usha is the one who brings balance and perspective to his life. Her ability to remain steady in the face of controversy and chaos has made her an essential figure in his rise to power. JD's career has been nothing short of remarkable. After writing Hillbilly Elegy, which resonated with many working-class Americans, he transitioned into politics with a focus on economic reform, national unity, and addressing the issues of rural America. His message, focused on empowering the American heartland and speaking directly to those who felt ignored by the political elite, caught the attention of many across the country. Think about this. All I've got to do is remind people what life was like when Donald J. Trump was President of the United States. When he ran for Vice President alongside Donald Trump, his outsider status combined with his vision for the country made him a natural fit for the position. As the Vice President of the United States, JD has taken on significant responsibilities. Despite the high-profile nature of their political lives, the Vance family has managed to maintain a sense of normalcy. Usha has often emphasized the importance of family and home life, even in the midst of JD's duties. She has been instrumental in making sure that her children remain well-rounded and grounded, away from the political spotlight that could easily overshadow their lives. Usha's impact extends beyond her role as a political wife and mother. She has become an advocate for several causes, particularly those that focus on education, healthcare, and the empowerment of women in underserved communities. Her work has been quiet but impactful, often working behind the scenes to ensure that those who have been left behind in the political process have a voice. She has worked with organizations that focus on education reform, believing that every child, regardless of background, should have access to a high-quality education. Her commitment to this cause is personal, having seen firsthand how education can change lives. This approach touched Maye, which is why she wanted to know more about Usha and learn her secrets. But how does she know this? Donald Trump's second inauguration. It all started with Donald Trump's second inauguration. It was an event like no other, marked by its lavish grandeur and impressive attendance. Despite the chilly weather that gripped Washington, D.C., the occasion was still filled with spectacle and a sense of unmatched luxury, reminiscent of the kinds of high-profile events that Trump himself had come to symbolize over his decades in business and politics. Held indoors, much like Ronald Reagan's inauguration in 1985, the event was a blend of ceremony and celebration. The last time cold weather forced an inauguration indoors was 1985, during President Ronald Reagan's second swearing-in. The cold January air outside didn't deter the thousands of guests from gathering to witness the momentous occasion, which was as much about spectacle as it was about politics. Inside, the halls of the Capitol were filled with carefully arranged decor, elegant settings, and countless distinguished guests. But the true spectacle of the day wasn't just in the politics nor the tradition of an inaugural event, it was in the sheer star power that showed up. Trump's family was, as always, front and center. His children, Ivanka, Donald Jr., Eric, Tiffany, and Barron, were all there to show their support for their father, each of them playing a key role in the ceremony. Ivanka, always a prominent figure in her father's campaigns, stood out with her poised demeanor, offering the kind of graceful presence that was expected of a first family member. Donald Jr. and Eric were also prominently featured, both speaking at various points and representing the next generation of Trump leadership. Tiffany, as always, maintained a more reserved role, while Barron, now growing older, stood with the family, supporting his father in his own quiet way. Throughout the ceremony, Donald introduced each member of his family to the audience, a moment that not only showcased the pride he took in his children but also served to cement the idea of legacy. For Trump, the inauguration was as much about continuing his family's political influence as it was about reaffirming his own position in history. But as much as the ceremony was about his family, the true center of attention quickly became the billionaires who had gathered to celebrate his second. Many of them had long been in Donald Trump's orbit, either as business partners or supporters, but now they were gathered in a room that symbolized their collective power and influence. Names like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos filled the crowd, their presence serving as a testament to the power of wealth in the modern political landscape. Elon Musk, in particular, was a notable figure at the event, having become one of Trump's closest allies throughout the course of his presidency. His attendance was a symbol of his continued influence. The relationship between Donald and Elon had long been one of mutual respect, which is why he is first to know some stuff and how Maye learned more about Usha. So what did she reveal? Maye Musk reveals the secrets. Maye Musk, a woman known for her grace, intelligence, and years of experience in both business and modeling, rarely speaks out on matters of politics. Her world has always been more about innovation, entrepreneurship, and the strength of her own family. But there is one thing, or rather, a person, that seems to have caught Maye's attention lately: Usha, the Second Lady of the United States. Maye Musk reveals secrets about Usha as the Second Lady of the U.S., and it's shocking. For Maye, this isn't just another political figure or the spouse of a prominent politician. Usha stands out in a way that compelled Maye to step into the conversation, sharing secrets she had about her. As a woman who has carved her own path, Maye recognizes the importance of individuality, and in Usha, she sees someone who isn't bound by expectations or stereotypes. Maye is no stranger to public perception and the pressure that comes with it. Having raised Elon in the public eye, she understands how people tend to box individuals based on their roles or titles. In the case of Usha, however, Maye feels there's much more to her story than what meets the eye. Usha Vance has been thrust into the political spotlight, but according to Maye, she is far from the typical political spouse. Maye has watched from the sidelines, observing Usha's rise and presence in the public sphere. What she sees is not just a woman standing by her husband's side, but one who is ready to step into a much larger role. Usha is not here just to be a pretty face or to fill a role that has been traditionally reserved for wives, Maye said. She is here because she is qualified. She is here because of her own intelligence, her education, and her life experiences. She has so much more to offer than just support. She has the potential to make a real impact in ways we may not even see yet. Maye had even more to say when she met Usha. Usha is even lovelier in person, smart and charming, she said. Maye continued to praise the new second lady and emphasized that she believes even more in her abilities now that she knows her in person. Maye's words carry weight, and her belief in Usha's capabilities wasn't just based on surface observations. Having lived a life of many chapters, Maye knows what it means to break through expectations and make a mark. She knows that for many women, the roles they play are often minimized to just the image of being supportive, beautiful, or secondary. But Maye is clear in her assessment: Usha is more. More than that, she believes that Usha's background, intelligence, and education have all paved the way for her to take on a role that goes beyond the traditional expectations of a second lady. According to Maye, Usha's life has uniquely prepared her to not only be an important figure by her husband's side but also to contribute her own insight and expertise. She shared that Usha has what it takes to step into a much larger role as someone who understands the world, who has had her own experiences, and who knows how to help guide and offer advice. Maye's point about Usha's background is key. Usha's life has been anything but ordinary. Her education, career, and personal journey have all contributed to making her a figure who brings much more than just a sense of style or political association. Usha's unique blend of qualities makes her a powerful asset not just for her husband but for the country. Maye recognizes that. She understands that Usha is someone who can offer more than just a presence. She can offer leadership, intellect, and a fresh perspective.